right, let's try this one more time. Sorry about that. Let me make sure everything's up and running. There we go. Okay, my God. uh, the building that Shady's is in, it's just like ours. It's an old building. It's got metal roof, and it is a internet killer. Just like our building, it is an absolute internet killer, and we tried everything. We wanted to be live there, just wasn't in the cards tonight. We appreciate Curtis having us out there. But the thing that I wanted to reiterate tonight is the last night he will be open. So y'all make sure y'all take advantage of that. Go out there, definitely help him out. He's got all this inventory and he's trying to make sure he sells it, gets it all out there as soon as possible. I am sorry about that. Did you get a satellite? I need it. I need it. So we're back, not going off the air this time until we're done. So no internet issues here. But we do appreciate Curtis having us out there. We did try. So let me get the chat up. Looks like everything's good. Sorry again about that. It's just a way of life. Sometimes when you're doing something on location like that, you're going to run into those issues. As long as the internet's been around, you think this would not be so hard to find, but it is very tough sometimes. So again, appreciate Jerry. Appreciate them. Mike's helping Mr. Jerry get everything broken down. I'm sure he'll be walking in soon. But let's move on. Let's get back to exactly what I was talking about. We're just going to restart real quick. The governor has issued a non-essential business closings. So anybody in the entertainment business, anything considered non-essential, hair salons, etc., like that, they are now being told they have to close. It's a rough situation. It's a rough situation. But I do understand the reasoning behind it. I understand the importance of it. Here's the thing though, guys. A lot of people were like, when there was a guy on Facebook earlier, like I said before, he's not worth mentioning his name. He's whatever. He's whatever. Talking about, said this virus isn't real. Let me say this. I said the pandemic isn't real, and it still does not have the toll of a pandemic. Is it an epidemic? It's close. It's close to an epidemic. I mean, it's serious to the right people. But that means that everybody has to be safe to protect those people. But you got to remember, we should have been doing that the whole time with flu, etc. The flu is very dangerous, and this thing worldwide has not even gotten to the death toll of what usually happens in the United States alone with the flu. So, they were predicting 2 million deaths. Now they're saying 200,000. So a tremendous, overkill. I understand why they predicted that, and they just wanted to make sure, hey, maybe by them predicting 2 million, it kept it down less than 200,000, which is outstanding. It's good. But we're still having a lot of deaths. A lot of people are still kind of ignoring the stay-at-home thing. But either way, what we're going to talk about, sorry about the trouble, guys. I promise you the next time we go live anywhere, we will make sure we have the internet situation figured out before we get there. It's too much work to set all that up, and then we get there and there's no internet. It's just too hard. So thanks to Curtis again. Make sure y'all go by, check out, Curtis, tonight is the last night at Shady's. He will be closed until possibly the end of April. He said that he could very well open before that, but more than likely right now he will be closed. So make sure y'all go out, support him. He has a lot of inventory he wants to get sold. He wants to get it gone. So that way it doesn't go bad or has to be stored. So make sure y'all go and check him out. I have the menus posted up on our page. Go check them out. And we appreciate him one more time. We'll be at Andy's tomorrow, barring a internet issue. But let's get to it. Yeah, he's something special, and that's all he'll be. He's nothing. He's a very. I mean, he was literally bragging about how he's a felon. That's his brand. When you're following somebody that is proud of the fact that he is a felon, it's not good. It's not good, but he's a joke. He's a piece of crap. Like I say, if you look at the guy, I wouldn't want to do business with him in any way, shape, or form. He begged me to have him do commercials on our page. I was like, no, that's what he has against me. I refuse because I wouldn't want, if I'm not willing to do business with this person, I'm not going to advertise for you. And that's the way I feel about him. You're going to have to get your mic and everything. I ain't even had a chance. So yeah, he ain't even worth talking about. We're going to get to the information that everybody's wanting and looking for. And that is the situation right now at Belk's Fulfillment Center. As y'all seen a video this morning of me half asleep and, Patty very ill. I had a gentleman by the name of Josh. I do have his information. I know exactly who he is now. It took less than like 30 minutes to get that information to me. And I appreciate everybody who was able to do that for me. But I know exactly who he is now. As many people said, calling at Belk's is pretty much useless. Let me hook this up for Mike. Well, he's got it. Cause they do not answer the phone. So we have contacted the proper people. First one was DHEC. We're also going to talk to local authorities tomorrow to see if there's any other things that we're having to do. Because here was one disturbing part. I had somebody tell me, and I cannot go into too much detail. Matter of fact, I got to be careful how I word this because this situation is so unique. I do not want that person to be exposed in any way, shape, or form because your privacy is 100% with me. But basically, man, how can I say this? Let me hook this up. All right. I'm not going to be able to say it because either way, it's going to be so just, there's no way for me to say this without giving out the identification of this person to their supervisors, and I'm not going to do it. But basically, it is affecting, by working at Belk, it's affecting the whole home, the whole entire household. And, here's the thing. They're saying one thing to the employees 1 minute, saying another thing, according to some reports that we're getting. None of this is confirmed. This is all alleged, but let me make this clear. Like, there is very few plants left that are still running because of this. And Belk's puts out nothing, absolutely nothing that is essential. So why they feel like they still got, listen, I applaud them for trying to work through this, for their employees and everything. But if an employee happens to catch this and brings it home to their children, if it brings it home to their mom, grandma, who knows what somebody's living situation is at home, and they bring it home to someone and they possibly give it to one of their family members that is now more of a higher risk and possibly gets really sick, or it's very hard and very rare to possibly happen, but possibly die. That is when it is an epidemic. And there is a lot of people who work at Belk's, and we have to be able to, I mean, man, I'm going to tell you this, Mike. I've read all the messages. I mean, it has come from hundreds of employees up there, man. It's a lot. All of them are basically giving me the same vibe. It is not a friendly work environment up there right now. They are being told not, now again, this is alleged. We got to say that to protect us from being sued. This is completely alleged. Again, I tried to call Belk's. Nobody answered the phone. That's your choice of how this goes. So, but there is alleged that if you even talk about this virus, like if you're heard talking about this, that you could possibly be walked out the door and fired.
What?
I mean, how ridiculous. How are you going to tell me what to talk about? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not causing a stir.
I mean, a lot of people are saying, they didn't even shut down to clean or anything like that. Well, it's just like I said Thursday on the show. I don't think even if they shut down a few hours to clean, it would help.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they can see the germ. So that means they can't possibly clean everywhere. So it needs its gestation period to die.
To die. And the short term of that is 72 hours. You mean to tell me that Belk's does not live 72 hours to let this, nobody in, Nobody out, not even security guards.
I mean, their peak season should have ended in January, February. So I don't see what the problem. They usually laying off.
Yeah,
at
usually
this time.
laying off this time around, but and I understand, people were telling me some of the other things that they do producing their soap or whatnot. I mean, thank you, but if you're putting other people's lives at stake, I don't go to Belts to buy soap. I'm just being honest. I love Belts clothes, they have good deals, but that's not important right now. That's not essential. These people's lives, regardless of what my personal opinion of this virus is, a lot of people want to bring that out. It still doesn't matter. I don't want to see anybody get sick from it, whether it's a cold, the flu. You can ask Mike. I don't play. When you were sick a couple of months back, what did you have? The stomach virus, right? Or a cold. I told him, don't come. I'm not, I'm not having it because I'm very germaphobe like that. But
you know what would be some key information is if anybody that works there maybe has evidence or something of where were the managers? Did the managers continue to come to work? Did the supervisors stay off the floor for long periods of time? So, I mean, now if it comes out that all upper management and whatnot have been off of work this whole time period and yet made everybody else work, they would be in some hot water, I would think.
Yeah, and somebody mentioned Amazon. Now, Amazon does probably ship out a lot of essential things. Now, am I saying everything that goes out the door with Amazon is essential? Absolutely not. They shipped me a battery pack for my camera today, so that's not essential. But Belks is definitely not an essential plant. And the fact that they are not able to allegedly, oh God, I got to say it, allegedly by tons of employees that they're not even allowed to discuss this situation. There is possibly
that's infringement of rights.
Yeah.
I mean,
and one case is in fact from Belt. The person did work at Belt. Now, whether they were inside of Belt while they had the virus, I don't know. I have no way to know that.
Now I've had people tell me before, and it's kind of the same scenario where you're told not to say something or speak about something, but when you're at work or in a job, it's not infringement of rights because it's a private owned company that you work for, so your rights don't matter.
That's right. Yeah.
But I mean, come on, that's my civil liberties.
Well, when you do go to work for somebody, you could possibly give up some rights of things. That is kind of the way life happens. Okay. And that is kind of the way life happens sometimes, but to simply have a discussion that you're in the canteen or smoking area or whatever, and you're having a conversation with somebody of, man, did you hear about this virus? And boom, you could be walked out the door for that. That is extreme. So my other side to this is that, and God bless them for giving people jobs. I'm not dogging that, but right now is not the time to be marching new people in that you have no clue about. Now, all these new people that you're hiring in and bringing in, are you doing, COVID testing? Probably not. Probably not. So you have no idea who you're bringing into the plant. These managers, they get to sit beautiful, secured little offices away from everybody else. They're and I'm not talking from this in opinion. I'm talking this in fact. When I used to work for Cedar Hill a long time ago, I'll never forget, we had a terrible ice storm. Awful. The only way I was able to get to work, my mama had a Ford Taurus, which was front wheel drive, and she got me to work. And I mean, I was like 18 at the time, and I had just begun working at Cedar Hill. And we had to drive up that road, probably going 10 miles an hour. Well, supervisors were calling people and telling them, look, if you can't get here, we'll come get you and we'll take you home. Okay. So people agreed to it. Yeah, come get me. So that way I can still make my check, but you taking me home. So after they got everybody in and halfway through the shift, I had to walk up front to get some stuff for my job. I needed some tools, and I look over, every boss man gone. The room's closed, lights are off. All those people that they said they were taking home, lie. So I've been there. Now, this is back in 04, 03, 04. So I've been there. I'm telling you, I'm not saying that Belks has these now, one guy I can say, I was able to talk to that guy, but they definitely don't respect employees. Now, if this was in their home, if their family was on this line working out there, scared, because people are scared. And that is, it's unfortunate because you got a lot of people out there with a lot of kids, a lot of elderly, mom, dads, grandparents, and you don't care. There were some more disturbing things being told to me, and the response from these managers, if this is what's happening, is shameful. These people deserve the same protection and rights as they're coming to work. And I tell you what, kudos to the people who continue going to work. I mean, you're a dedicated hard worker because you more than likely need that job. And the fact that somebody's coming to work, they're putting their possible life on the line. Now, I say that to an extent, but they are still coming to work where they now know that there was, in fact, one employee, whether they've been inside the building or not, had the coronavirus. Now, think about this. Where you work you tend to make friends from that place. So let's just say, okay, she didn't come to work. She might have been around some of her friends that did work at Belks. They were around, didn't know she had it, came into work. We don't know. We have no way. That's the problem with this virus. There's no way to know until it's too late. So I believe that they deserve the same protections as all these other plants are giving their employees. I understand you don't want to shut down. I get that. But you could at least give at least a minimum of 2 days, 48 hours to try to attempt to allow the germ to be 100% safe, that it's not there. Now, when everybody comes back, if somebody walks in there with that, then they got it outside of the Belks, more than likely. Not saying it is, not saying it ain't. Just depends on timeline. Timeline is hard with something like this. But you're increasing the chance by having all these people elbow to elbow on these assembly lines. You're just asking for trouble. I'm not down in Belk, and maybe Belk's got a plan in place to fix this, but from what I'm gathering, there's not. Now, it's just from what I gather. That's all alleged. And we hope they can, but we're also going to contact the proper people to make sure that they are being held accountable, because you're putting not just Belk employees, you're putting the whole town. That's a lot of people that you have in that building. So my plan is still run, but we manufacture boxes and ship right, John. I mean, that's what we'll say. That is essential stuff. That is essential. But like I say, at about 5:30 this morning, I had back to back calls from a gentleman named Josh. And, when he first called, I was halfway asleep. Of course, it's 5:30 in the morning. I'm talking to this guy. I didn't answer. I had to call him back, and because I was scared. It was a Spartanburg number. I didn't know if it was the hospital, whatever. It scared me. So I called, and this guy, as soon as he picks up and talks, I realized that it's nobody important. Because let me tell you how you know when somebody wants to be important, but is not important. This is how they answer. Yes, hello. This is Josh. I'm like, I just turned and looked at Patty halfway, eyes halfway open. I'm like, man, my God, are you serious? I mean, and he asked me questions, is this the KC show? I'm like, yes, it is. What can I do for you? It's 5:30 in the morning. Let's get to the point. And the more he got to talking, the more stupid I clearly could see that he was. And this guy is a moron. This dude literally texted me talking about, I'll come on your show. No, you won't come on this show. You can't handle this show. You hung up on me when I was talking to you, proving you wrong, and you were unable to handle that to the point where you hung up on me. You think I'm going to have you in here on the show? I don't know what kind of stable mind you are, but you hung up on me when I'm sitting here proving you wrong. He's like, you used the word confirm. I want to know how you confirmed this. I said, well, first off, DHEC confirmed the virus. I didn't confirm anything. He was like, well, I want to know where you confirmed that it happened at Belk's. I said, I never said it was confirmed that it happened in Belk's. I never said that. And I read the paragraph back to him. The word confirm is nowhere in it. I don't know who you thought you were calling. I don't know who you thought you were talking to, but then you're going to turn around and you're going to threaten me on that phone call. Bad move, Sparky Bo. Bad move. Because if you wanted my attention gone from you, that is not the route to take.
Sparky Bo.
Yeah. Now you've got all my attention because you thought that you were going to be an intimidating factor. Let me make this clear. Your intimidating factor stops when you leave outside of that door, Belk's. Right here in Kyle land, you ain't crap, brother. You better understand who you're talking to when you call them. You show respect because you may be able to abuse those people at Belk. You don't freaking abuse Kyle Brandon unless you want to make it a personal, face-to-face meeting like that other guy wanted, which I would have loved. But I thought it was just in poor taste that not only did you phone harass somebody, you threaten them, but then you also are going to sit there and call them a liar. You're going to talk down to them. You clearly have a, shall I say, probably little man issue, because those are the type of people that typically in that route, you better be careful who you talk to like that. But then you're going to text me and say, I'll come on the show. Are you serious?
And then the fact that he said he did not harass you, that is not what phone harassment is by law. And then goes on later to say that he wasn't sure if it was the right number or not, but he just figured he'd keep calling till it bothered somebody enough till they answered.
Yeah, he even used the word, I called to annoy whoever it was to pick up to see if this was the case. That is the definition of phone harassment. Now, I let it go, and I'll probably let that go as far as that goes, and you threatening me, I'll probably let that go. But I tell you what, that now you've gotten my attention. Now we're going to contact all people that we can to make sure that Belk is doing what they're supposed to do. If people have to stay locked inside of their homes, if people cannot run their small businesses, you are going to make sure that you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do, ordered by DHEC, because if we have to do it, by God, you're going to too. This is altering people's lives that, the small people is the ones that's always going to pay for stuff like this. It ain't people that Belk's, owners and all that. They got billions.
Yeah, it's the ones who don't have the extra income for the extra bill that this is going to cause, or don't have the means of transportation to get to the facilities that they may need to get to.
Chris, do I think doing remote locations are safe? Well, nobody's been in these places for a couple of weeks now, so I can't imagine much safer places than restaurants right now. And they sterilize all their stuff.
And we keep our distance from each other as well as others. But there's nobody at these places but the workers, and the workers are working. We're nowhere near them. So.
Yep. And we sanitize everything when we leave as well. We take and wipe everything down, but nobody's eating in anyhow. So, the places that we're sitting, nobody's going to be there for the next, looks like, unfortunately, the next month. You know what I mean? So, I think we're pretty safe as far as that goes. The places that aren't safe is places like the plant. The plants are, because you got to understand, you may not work with that person in that department, but guess what? You're possibly using the same bathroom. You're sitting at the same table in the canteen, sitting in the same seat in the smoking area. These are places of contact. The thing is, they're saying it's airborne, but I have not heard no doctor come out and 100% confirm that. But contact is the way. And that's also with the cold flu and everything else that you get. Stomach virus, it's all contact. You sit on a dirty potty, you might get in contact with something that you wish you hadn't got contact with in a public vicinity.
And
it's just the way it is.
And now they're saying they're still testing it, but they're looking into the allegation that the virus is able to be transferred when the person doesn't have symptoms. So the carrier doesn't have to even show symptoms to be able to pass it.
Uh, John says you're having difficulties breathing. You don't sound too good.
John should have watched last week.
I know it's rougher for them. Wasn't it? Brandon, he is a joke. I will not talk about him any further. The only reason I talked about him is because he simply taught that I was taking this as not real. He said the virus is not real now, but you can't be serious all the time either. You can't put people in a panic. The closest thing I've seen to disturb him was today with Trump. He sounds incredibly tired. He sounds distraught. He sounds depressed. And, when your president sounds like that, then it makes you worry a little bit more than what you would have had in the beginning. And again, this is not an epidemic. It's far from it. But you never know if people are not doing what they're supposed to do. It can become one, I'm sure. But I'm not going to give him the time of day anymore. He's done. Apparently he has such an issue with the page, and he was blocked. Simple. I made his problems go away. So we're done with him. The stuff in the air is if someone coughs and it doesn't cover their mouth. Yeah, and that's with a lot of things. Absolutely. It lives on the surface. And the longest that is shown that it lives on the surface is 72 hours. I believe it was on metal or something like that. I'm not sure. But Courtney Morris Dean, I mean, that's a good example. That situation with the cancer, they got to be careful too. Who they go in contact with, it ain't just them they got to worry about. They got to worry about the daughter. So that's the part where you don't know any living situation in these plants. You have too many people to know that situation. Mm-hmm. So you've got to treat everybody as if they might have someone at home who would be incredibly at risk with something like this. That's the way you've got to treat these employees. It's a shame we all fight against each other for one reason to another. We're out here trying to do what we can to help the town, but it's always like we got one person here that wants to hate us for this reason. Let me make this clear. We're here for you. That's you're not thinking. We're here for you. We're not here for Belk. We're not here for. And I'm not. We're not here for big corporate glommers. We're not here for that. We're here for you. We've lost so much time doing these shows, but it's worth it because we do it for you. So the fact that you want to fight and argue with a person that is literally trying to defend your rights in any way, shape, or form, any situation, shape, or form, it's like there's no words for that. And once I see that you're that type of person, I have no time for you. Zero.
Dennis, yes, Shady's is shutting down tonight, is their last night, but they're shutting down due to monetary reasons because they still serve food, so they could stay open as essential. But he's just not getting enough business to come in to help support what he's putting out. So, yes, tonight is their last night.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
They will be closed.
It'll be, 4 restaurants now?
Yep. And who was it?
That's 4 restaurants, man. That sucks so bad. I know he'll be back.
Holly, yep.
Yeah, you know Shady's will be back. But again, it benefits me to go on location because, like I say, you just forget what you actually do have available to you. Like I say, I was telling you, and I think the stream was going out, I was telling you, when somebody talks about Shady's, I immediately think alcohol. Yep. I don't think about their menu. And man, when I got there, I asked the lady for a menu and I flipped it out to 3 pages long. I'm like, man, I forgot all about they've got this extensive menu. And that's a shame on me.
Man, if they would really look into some advertising to let people know, pictures of their food, because there's not but maybe 5 pictures in the menu. Yeah. But their food's pretty good. I think they could do real well.
Their wings is what, really is. And I'm, we're going to get some.
They don't even have the best wings in Union anymore, in my opinion. Yeah. But Holly, I have thought the same thing. Gas stations. Go into a gas station and getting gas. How many people touch those levers?
Yeah.
But there's no sanitizer out there. But you can wash your windshield.
Yeah.
So You need to have your own. I have some in my car. I have some in my other
and
car.
use it sparingly. Don't soak your hand in it. All you need is a little drop. That's it. That's plenty until you're able to get home to really wash your hands.
If you don't have any, just strike a lighter, hold your hand over the flame. That's a joke. Don't try it.
Hey, just got the KC show suit.
Yep, not responsible for injuries.
So, James, we'll look at that here in a second. Shady is a great place. I miss going there with Daryl back in the day, but it's like I say, that's shame on me for forgetting about it. And I promise you now, as soon as we leave here, I'm going to get food. I'll even take pictures of it when I go get it because they really need our help. And that's what we're here to do. We're not here. I'm so tired of every time I do a broadcast, there's one new hater that shows up. Like there was somebody on the page the other night talking about, y'all don't need to be listening to the KC show, but they're on the show. That guys, listen, you can't listen to that kind of negativity. We will bring you information when we have it factual. Now we're talking about belts tonight because we have gotten it from so many people. And these people are not talking to me all at once, like in a big group chat. This is people who are sending me single messages, and it's almost the same exact message that the first person that sent it to me at 6 o'clock this morning did. To the same person who's going to send it to me tonight at 12 o'clock. It's the same thing. So I know the story's credible. They're telling me the exact words that the manager's saying. The manager thinks that he's going to go in there and he's going to intimidate. What you going to do? Fire the whole plant? I mean, then you shut down. I mean, instead of you being, if you're being, allegedly, if you're being a bully, which you may not be, but if you are, maybe you need to try the other side of that. Understand that you're dealing with people, you're dealing with lives, you're not dealing with numbers. Use some freaking compassion, and you might get more back out of that than what you realize. People work harder for a person like that. But when they see you for who you are, that you do not care about their well-being at all, do you really think that employee's going to go out there on that floor and bust their tail for you? No.
Well, if they keep going at this rate, the employees are going to strike. They're going to just get together and say, we're not coming. And then you're going to lose more because you haven't had time to have a planned stop or a planned shutdown. You will be on the whim of trying to contact your consumers and producers and be like, hey, we're not producing, and then you're going to have to explain why. So it's better to just go ahead and do it. But really, you should do it for safety reasons, having to wait and now be in this predicament.
Put yourself in their place. That's it. Just put yourself in their place.
I wanted to bring up that I don't know if we've said it yet, but I'm sure everyone knows. But if you haven't heard today is the highest total of deaths for the coronavirus. Over 700 deaths recorded today, which makes us the highest
in the U.S. or is that worldwide?
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Now they have changed the prediction. The task force projects 100,000 to 240,000 deaths in the U.S.
I think it's worldwide.
Even with the mitigation.
I think it's worldwide.
It's U.S.
No, that's got to be worldwide. There ain't no way.
That's what they're predicting.
There's no way it's going to be that much. And I could be wrong, but the numbers just don't create that. I mean, there's 22 deaths in South Carolina.
Just reading what they got posted.
Yeah. But I tell you, the few places I got it pulled up here on the page.
But
Charleston,
if we have 700, every day, that's a big number. Sorry. Go ahead.
Aaliyah, are you here? Oh God, you're here in spirit. Charleston has 142. Greenville has 106. That went up today. Lexington 54. Richland 148. Spartanburg 37. Union still has 3. York 56. So, it's not going away anytime soon, which is kind of my thought process of McMaster's just might as well go ahead and let's just get to it. Let's do the stay-at-home order and let's get it done. Let's just get it done. I mean, why prolong this for the rest of the year like this? So hopefully he takes care of business. He doesn't want to do it, so I respect him for that. I do respect him for not wanting to infringe people's freedoms. Hats off to him. A lot of people are giving him down the road. I was at first. I was very pissed off, but now that I see he doesn't want to infringe on our freedoms like that, it does make me have a different opinion of him. So hopefully, that situation will come about. Let's see. One quick thing. We do have Jeff. It's bad that this news right here is like third or fourth story.
That's how it happened.
Jeff Bailey will be on the show next Thursday, live here in studio. Next Thursday, we will have Jeff Bailey for his interview. And, we have two more. I will say this. I can swallow my pride.
Bring Taylor.
And if Taylor wants to come, he's welcome to come.
Will he? No.
Probably not. Because he's going to have to answer some questions. That's just the way it is. If he wants to come on here and tell his side, tell your side. I'll be as I will not attack, but I will ask questions.
Well, truthfully, this is the best place for him to do the questions because he's going to reach a lot of people through this avenue.
Yeah.
But
somebody told me that did I say that right? York County had their first death today. And I can say that as far as I know one for 100% sure is getting better from the coronavirus. Almost one of ours.
Oh,
so that's good. Don't know about the other two. Praying for them. If there's anything we can do for you, please let us know.
I thought you was talking about the candidates at first. He was like one of them.
But
one thing I don't agree with, and I wanted to get your perspective on it, Kyle.
Yes.
And maybe y'all could chat in with y'all's comments and views. I don't like or agree with them taking the access to lakes, ponds, and rivers.
Yeah. Can I just finish up with the sheriff, and then we'll jump on that. Just to finish the part with the sheriff, Jeff Bailey Friday, and we still hope to get David Craig, Robbie, and if David Taylor wants to come in, we'll interview David Taylor. But they are all welcome to the debate on May the 16th. Hopefully, we still have that. So,
yes, May 16th.
Yeah,
put it in your calendar.
It's still there, guys. And can you imagine going to anything else? Yeah, you imagine going to anything else more impactful to your town. But the thing that I wanted to correct myself on, we have primaries coming up, and a lot of things are going to be cleared up next Thursday with Jeff with his point of running in the Democratic race instead of Republican race. I'll allow him to do that. We had a nice talk. I understood at that point once he told me that. I should save these questions for when I'm on the air, but I'm just like you. I'm a concerned citizen. I don't get paid to do what I do here. So I'm as soon as I get somebody on the phone, I take advantage of it. I'm like, hey, what's up with this? And so he will be on. We will talk about that. But here's the thing. I believe somebody brought to my attention, and we're going to have the election information up possibly Thursday, that in the Democratic votes, I think it was 2,200, maybe somewhere in that area of primary votes last election. So you think about that. We have 4 Democrats, I believe, 4 Democrats running, 1 independent and 1 Republican.
Who's the independent?
David Craig. So you have 4 Democrats that's going to have to split these votes.
I don't see it.
That is the race.
I don't see it happening.
That's the race right there. So we're gonna definitely get. We got to have that debate, man. That debate has got to happen. If they don't want,
crucial.
Oh, here we go. If we can't, if we can't have a studio, audience there, studio audience. If we can't have an audience there, that sucks. Because I want y'all there just as much part of it as me. But if we can't, I hope they'll still allow us to have it just with them. We'll have social distancing and all that great stuff. But either way,
as long as it's able, we can stream it live. And if they do go that route, we'll put something out, well in advance to get questions in. And we'll record everything. There will not be a moment edited. It will go up exactly how it is gone down.
We're not going to no editing. Don't want to. Takes too much time. But to what Mike was saying about the closing of the lakes, people were putting it out there fake, for a while. So I think a lot of people had stopped going because they thought it was true. But it's public access only. Now, like the place I used to go camping in Greenwood, crap, I can't never remember anything. They are actually open because it's a private entity that owns it.
Yeah.
It's not a public access. So people are still able to go to these places like these campground sites.
Did you
Still
remember?
go. I can't.
It's you told
Skippers.
Me. Yep.
Skipper's Landing.
I mouthed it to him.
They posted it on their page that they are open, so.
So the way I read it is it said public access
Yeah.
places. So if you can find a way in by other means, that means fair game, right?
Yeah, because,
Because I'm going fishing because I've been planning on going fishing like on one of my days off.
well, if you think about it,
I don't never get days off, so I am enjoying this right now. The schedule change. So
here.
you stupid.
She's in spirit. But if you think about it, fishing is a social distancing thing in
Yeah,
itself. When you
it's
go
calm
to
and
when you go
relaxing.
to the pond, everybody's like 40 feet away from each other because they don't want their fish to
Yep.
possibly go to your line.
Well, also, somebody said it was shut down because people were seen, a bunch of people were seen fishing and wasn't practicing social distancing. But guess what? Most of the time, the people you go fish with is your immediate family who lives in the same home as you. So,
Well, I think what happened was because if you ever gone to Lake Greenwood on the boat and you get over there toward you're headed toward the
the
big
center,
red bridge,
the
there
swim
is
area.
a group,
Yeah.
like it's a huge group of boats that just get right there. So I think that's probably what happened. They do it every year. And it was beautiful Saturday. It sucked to just sit
So,
there.
the virus,
Aaliyah, are you here?
the virus has to get on what? Some water?
Yeah.
Get on a leaf?
Yeah.
I will not comment on nothing else you
Well,
say.
you keep cutting me off. And then I forget. He knows I'm forgetting because I'm so tired. I ain't gonna sleep. Josh, you suck. So it is tough. Like all these block parties that happened over the weekend, over all these parties, 100 people had to be dispersed from one. Holy crap. 100 people. And that's not going to get it done. It's just going to make it worse on everybody else. But see, that also says to me too, well, we're going to do what we want. You go do what you want. But that's not the case. We need to all kind of just, when you're growing up, you had a rule that your parent probably gave you or school gave you that you didn't like. You followed it. You thought it was stupid, but you followed it. That's kind of what this is. This is kind of stupid. We already have an epidemic. It's called the flu every year, but yet we've never done any of this. Okay, whatever. We'll do what you want to do. You got this time frame here. And I think at that point, because Trump has even said it, the longer it goes, the worse it's going to be on the economy. Did you know, I posted this, by the way, and didn't get many likes, which is crazy. Do you know that China was not reporting people who had the coronavirus that showed no symptoms? Even though they had been tested positive for it, they showed no symptoms of it, so they did not report them with the virus.
I think it might have been your post I saw.
That is huge because do you know how many people that probably came to the U.S.?
That also messes with your data. That's inaccurate results.
Monday, according to one of their leaders, whatever, they said Monday they're going to be releasing the information, the true numbers of people who actually had the disease, but they didn't have the symptoms. I'm like, that is dangerous. Holy crap. So China's still under fire here. I believe when all this is said and done, a lot of countries are going to be implementing something with China. Very, very strict travel restrictions and trade. They're gonna be sanctioned. There ain't no way they get away with this. But yeah, I think so too, Maxie. Sooner or later, it's got to happen. But Sunshine, she was mentioning about the grocery store. The grocery store's got to be the last line that gets shut down because you got to have that. If you shut down grocery stores, you're causing an epidemic.
Yeah, they can't shut them down.
You can, but that's when it's bad. I'm
saying
bad.
they can't because of what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean that's bad.
It'll
That would
be open
terrible.
season on any animal in my yard.
Yeah,
Deer whether deer season or not. But it's allowed at that point in time because it's for survival.
Do you think they should open up hunting right now?
Yes, I do.
I think they should too. I think it should be.
But that's what amazes me, that they stopped fishing or trying to.
Absolutely, Kevin. That's a great way to look at it. This is 9/11 as far as healthcare wise. This is going to change a lot in the healthcare system, and hopefully for the good. I talked to a nurse today. I didn't get to talk to her long. I was just asking her, how are things going where you work? How serious is this epidemic? I really didn't get to talk to her that much. She said, we're taking it very seriously, but I didn't get to ask her like how many people's come in, that's being tested, all that good stuff. But we've got to just help each other. And people are ill, man. Holy crap, people are ill. They're mad at each other. Listen, I get it. I understand it. You're depressed. You're sitting at home, like the situation with the guy I was talking about.
You're stuck with the kids.
We've actually had a conversation on the phone, thought everything was good, but you then turn, and maybe it's because you're trapped at home, you're not working, and you're like, who do I want to take this out on? And who can I get attention from to do this? Because a lot of people do this stuff for attention. By the way, how about Jamie Davis said he was at the courthouse yesterday? Courthouse has been closed for a week. So just wanted to throw that in there. I just wanted to throw that in there. My God. And this guy that I'm talking about at the beginning, he follows Jamie Davis.
Yeah.
He listens to every word Jamie Davis. He literally is a Jamie Davis follower. So that just shows you how much attention we need to give him. No, he's always.
Hey, I thought about that. Thought about this. So
Right,
the lakes were shut down because of the people in the boats gathering, swimming, partying. Okay, how about outlaw that, but still allow fishing? Because the fishing is to provide, right?
How many game wardens do you probably have on the lake at one time?
Well, it depends on what city or county you in, and it depends on who's stationed where. If you had a state park, you'll have more than you would on a public lake or river. You'll be lucky to see one, because there's just so many and so few of them.
So I guess that question would be,
but
it's almost impossible to govern.
Well, yeah. Well, see, what I'm saying is the boats. Okay, if you're going to outlaw partying, I just say no boats. You can shore fishing. It's just going to be a few people, and you can have distances.
Well, it won't be if you ban boats. Once you ban boats, the whole shore will be filled up with people then.
Yeah, but the ones on boats aren't fishing; they're partying.
Not all of them.
But the ones that it was shut down for. That's what I'm saying.
But if you think about the amount of people that's probably going to come off these boats to fish on the shore, then you're going to have packed up. But I get what you're saying. But here's something else. I believe the DNR should stop taxing people with boats because they're not allowed to use it. They shouldn't be taxed right now. If anything, write off tax for this year, period. And then free fishing license. Free hunting license for a year to make up for this. To make up for this, because people paid money for that. And you've taken that right away, not of a fault of your own, but still the right was taken away from being able to use that license that you paid for.
And I just bought mine Saturday.
Yeah.
That
sucks.
No, I didn't. I bought Nicole's. Mine lasts till November.
Yeah. But Holly said, but it shouldn't be even like that. Yes, it's easy to get ill, but at the same time, why can't we just enjoy our family? Be thankful for the roofs over our heads. You never know when our last day is. Exactly right. Exactly right. There's no point. You're fighting, like I say, you're fighting with me, and I don't, God, I'm about to say this. It sounds so bad, but I don't mean it this way. You're fighting with me about defending you. I don't care about you like on a personal level unless you're a friend, like close to me, love you like that. But I love all the people union. That's why I do what I do. I get paid nothing. Have y'all seen a sponsor come across the show? You know why? Because of our last sponsor. And I said, no more. No more. If anything, we're going to find ways to allow people to, if they want to help with the show, we're going to put up places where people can give a donation. If it's $1, we appreciate it. And it's just going to help pay for the equipment to continue trying to build this up into something better. But when you're literally sitting there and you literally are fighting with somebody who's arguing for your rights to fight for you and bring you factual information, I'm sorry you don't like what we bring you sometimes. It may be a friend of yours. It may be a racial thing that you don't like. I don't care. I'm trying to educate you because that's the problem. We're getting half of the news. Either a news outlet's too far right or they're either too far left. You can't find nobody dead in the center. That's what we are. That's what you're going to get from us. We're not going to hide it. If one of our local leaders does something wrong, you're going to get it here. I don't care who they are. Don't care what color they are. Don't care what their sex is. You're going to get it because you deserve it. You don't deserve to be lied to, and you damn sure don't deserve to have something hid from you, considering how much tax you pay, considering how much you pay to have things run in this small town. You don't deserve to be lied to. So when the fact that you want to sit here and argue with somebody who's out here putting their necks out on the line for you, not just me, for you, for free, not getting paid, how can you? I mean, seriously, I would love to see. Man, anybody else want to come and help with the show? You think I'm not doing it the right way? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seats right here along with a couch, 6 with a chair, and I promise you I can get more. Come help. You think you know it better? You think you could do it better? Come do it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
it's not as easy.
It's not. It's not as easy. Well, y'all seen. I mean, we had a whole show set up, and boom. That is rough. It's stressful.
That's just one part.
Yeah.
They don't have nothing to do with the comments that you guys don't see, the backlash, the headaches, the funds.
Harassment.
Yeah, the harassment.
Who all else? I mean, I'm sure there's some other out there, but who else got harassed at 5:30 this morning by phone calls?
Mine was at 6
Oh, you got harassed?
by you.
I didn't call you.
No, you text me,
I text you, but you didn't wake up.
but still.
Stuff.
Anyway,
I know. I had to wake you up to become harassment.
There's still, I mean, there's a lot that goes in
Yeah,
to doing this show,
it
but
does.
we do it because we love our town. We love
I
you.
love Union, man.
So
And people think we say that for just to say it. Man, I love Union. When I think of Union, I think of Union back when I was a kid, but I still love Union. I love my town. I truly love my town. I love it all the way from Union to Buffalo to Lockhart. I've lived in both towns.
because he left and came back. He loved it so much.
I mean, I do. I love my town.
Yeah.
I love my town. I mean, believe it or not, I love David Taylor. I love Frank Hart. I have nothing personal against these guys. But when something ain't right, I'm going to call you on it. Do I do it in the most respectful way? Probably. Sometimes, probably not. But you know what? I'm like, all right, somebody else can do the PR cordial stuff. Sometimes you just need to be slapped on the hand sometimes by somebody. And I'm not saying I'm that person, but I'm just going to give it to you straight as it is. The emotion that you see is not fake. A lot of people like you're just trying to be over dramatic. Bull. Come talk to me one day. If we get in a good conversation about something, you start seeing me get heated then because I do care. I care. And that's the problem. We got too many people who like it as status quo. They like it the way it is because they're benefiting from the way it is, and everybody else can go to hell. I don't care about that. I want everybody to be able to prosper in this town, and the only way to do that is to fix the ones that are holding us down. Boom, that rhymed.
Hey, did you hear anything about 6 new police cars?
Yeah, that was at the council meeting. I didn't know it was 6. It was supposed to be 2 at the time. So,
Somebody called me or not called me. They messaged me last night.
Yeah.
And
Now,
asked,
I also heard, I seen you this morning at 5:30. You seen me? Somebody's watching me.
through your window.
I'm so scared. Yeah. Well, as long as you're looking, let me know what you
Where's
think.
that at?
Ernestine?
Ernest. Ernest P. Worrell.
It's all right. As long as he likes what he sees. Going live at the Casey Show to show off something John said. Y'all check him out. But like I say, please support, like I say, the last night for Shady's. We're going to call them as soon as we get off the air. I'm so sorry we were not able to hold the live there. It was so nice. The way we had it set up, the background with the juke band is going to be beautiful. It's going to be wonderful.
We already put the menu up on the page.
Yep.
So
Good food.
check
I
it
think
out.
I'm going to get me a hamburger steak with some wings. So guys, please help them.
yum, yum.
Please help them. Just stop fighting amongst each other. Get together, have a civil conversation. Quit trying to find a way to make somebody look bad. Quit trying to dig up somebody's past, because let me promise you this, you have one that can also be dug up. And that's
Just
getting nobody nowhere.
Get together and go fishing. Hey,
Okay, So get together and go break the law as of right now. So Mike just told
Just
you
don't
on the
take
case.
public access. That's it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You know, I have an invitation to a private pond that you didn't get. So,
Well, whoever gave it to you,
nope.
extend that to me.
No, don't do it.
'Cause I
there will
will.
be no more fish.
I will use it.
I know. There will not be no more fish. Edna Sue says she's been hacked. Uh-oh. Can't be good. Kyle and Mike harasses my husband at 5:55 this morning. LOL. It's me. Oh, okay. That's Edna.
Oh.
Edna's been hacked. But open your eyes, folks. Truth is truth. That's it. That's all I have to offer. I say this one more time. Again, don't take it wrong. But you're not worth me making up a lie. I know it's a bad way to put it, but that is, if you think about what I'm telling you, I'm not going to take the time to do this show, to lose time with my family and money, how much money I've sunk into this, to lie to you. I care enough about you to tell you the truth, and I do love you. We're still looking for more donations for hand sanitizer, Lysol wipes, anything for the EMS. Help with that. Instead of looking at negative, won't you take that time that you have the spare time to be negative? Why don't you help with that? That's what you should be doing. Considering the field that guy's in, he might want to make sure that he has EMS at a helping hand because.
Well, if I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but as long as we've been doing this and all the stuff that has come up and happened, not once has Kyle or myself asked for donations for the show. It's always donations for whatever's happening.
Yeah.
So how many other shows do that?
Yeah, and truthfully, when I do set up the donations for this, more than likely I say it's for equipment, but more than likely it's probably going to end up going into the hands of somebody who needs it more than likely. I mean, seriously.
But talking about the truth, telling it, guess what my Twitter handle is that I made, 10 years ago when Twitter came out? Is true to the truth.
Truth
Always tell the truth.
That's it. We do have toilet paper that was donated also today. If you are in need, and I cannot stress that enough, if you roll up in a brand new 2019, BMW, I'm probably not going to help you. I'm just saying, please God, help me with this, guys. I had toilet paper that was actually donated to us to help out people in need. If you need it, because there's people out there who do need it. If you need it, please come up here. We'll help you out. But please, if only you need it, I cannot say that enough because it's not a lot, but it's donated. So please, let's make sure it gets to the people who needs it, please. So, if there's somebody that needs some help with anything, let us know. We'll try to help as much as we can, like we're helping with Belk. I mean, I probably have some people that work up there. I probably know some people that work up there, but I just don't know it right now. But it doesn't matter. I'm helping every single one of them. All the white people, black people, men, women. I don't care who you are. I'm fighting for you. I'm literally fighting for you. I don't want you to see you get sick. And I also don't want to see you get mistreated by a pompous ass boss who's on a power trip. I also don't want to see that happen because that crap happens more and that is true bullying. Now, am I saying that's what's happening at Belk's? No. Am I saying could it possibly be happening at Belk's? Yeah, I really do.
I'm telling you, when people get them jobs, that power goes to their heads. When somebody on the floor who's a production worker gets a team lead job or maybe a group lead job or supervisor job, there's some people that eventually that power, you can see it go to their head by the way they act, but definitely by the way they talk to you. Just because you did good at your job and you get raised up to a higher pay scale, it does not change the person you was that got you there. So why change the type of person you are to something new? Because that ain't what got you in this position.
Right. And Macy says they have toilet paper for sale at the country store right down the street here. We might need to set up something, do something there with her because a lot of people forget about that store.
It's still there. And his head, it's like back in the cut.
And maybe we can do something with her. I like Miss Macy. She's always got some very good information to give constantly. She's very smart. I enjoy when she sends me information when she does. But guys, I'm just ready for life to truly get back to to normal. Can't
The
wait
economy
for
to get back going.
I'm ready to see kids out playing baseball. I'm worried about them obesity is a real deal. Now you think about that.
No,
You
we
wanna
got
think about a
PE
real
orders
danger?
today.
Yeah.
We got to
okay.
do PE.
Yeah, whatever. But you think about that. Obesity is already at an alarming rate for children. Now they're being stuck at home for a month already. Now you're talking about another month of them literally not really doing anything, no kind of physical exercise or anything. That is more dangerous in my opinion because heart disease. You look at heart disease's numbers through the roof. So make sure you take the time to take your kids. I know the parks are closed. The parks are in fact closed, but you can find things to do with your kids in your yard. And if we find out some places that are allowing kids to be where they're safe and you can go out, play ball with them or something, we'll let you know.
They get tested and wear a bracelet that says they're virus free.
Wow, that'd be a long process, but
Prayers out to Robert Smalls and family. Daughter passed away.
what?
Jennifer.
What?
Not sure how. I'm sure somebody in the post in the feed knows more. But if you can, maybe we'll set up something for
Who commented?
the family. A couple people. Let's see. Michael Greer, Cynthia Catlin, Christy Wade.
I'm looking, guys.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So we'll definitely set up something for them.
Oh, she had cancer. Oh no.
Yeah.
Prayers, man, Robert. I am so sorry, man. Oh, that is man.
Man, lose a child,
That's an epidemic.
you never want to lose a child.
You want an epidemic. Cancer is an epidemic. That is a true epidemic. I mean, cancer pisses me off, man. It's taken so much from our family alone. I can't imagine what it's taken from others. And, we give attention to this coronavirus. That's great. But, man, the attention that really needs is cancer, heart disease. Those are two of the biggest killers on this planet, man. Prayers to him. Oh, God, that sucks. So,
Yeah, I mean,
bad way to end the show. But
yeah, you don't never want to be here when your child leaves this world. So I can't imagine the pain he's feeling. My mom and dad knows what he's going through, but it's something I hope I never have to experience. But prayers to you, Robert and family. If there's anything I can do, Kyle can do the show, you let us know. And again, we're so sorry for your loss.
That's awful. I didn't even know. So prayers for him, prayers for that family. Also prayers for Linda Thomas' family. She passed away as well. Sunshine said, y'all come see her at IGA in Packlet. We have everything but paper products that's going as quick as they get it.
No, you got to wait hours for some hamburger meat to be cut.
So definitely go support them. We appreciate her. She's a big supporter of the show. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. Man.
I didn't mean to drop it on
Yeah,
you.
you did that. You did it, but that sucks. But guys, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Like I say, if you still got plenty of time, I think he does not close until 10. You got time to go out to Shady's, get you something good to eat. Guys, think about it. This is the last night you got for his wings. His wings are very special. There's no other kind in town. This is last night. You got to get over there, help him out. Let's get that inventory. Let's let him run out of food. Okay. So we'll make sure to help you out. And I'm sorry about that, but we should be at the location tomorrow night at Andy's. Hopefully everything will be good with the internet there. I think it will be. It was just his building. It's just like mine. But guys, y'all take care. We love y'all. Y'all have a good afternoon. Mike, go ahead.
Love you.
Um,
You got to do the sound effect.
All right, and but slipper on count. Yes, that's right. I got to pay it forward. Two. God dang it, I forgot about that. Man,
What's that?
you just got my mind blown right now. I was supposed to pay it forward.
How?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, I didn't hear you say.
Yeah, I mean, every time we do a location, I pay it forward.
Well, we're not on location. We had to come back here.
Yeah.
So wait till tomorrow night, guys.
Well, he's closed.
What? Well, you had to run.
Yeah,
well,
somebody's gonna have to.
you gotta go back down there anyway. Don't
Yeah.
you?
I tell you what.
Whoever can meet you there when you pick up.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I do a 5 and 10. I'll drop one on them.
Man, I'm just like I'm zoned out right now. Man, that sucks. All right, 5 and 10. We'll do two, and we'll do it for $20 gift certificates for Shady's. So call in 864.
But it has to be redeemed tonight, right?
I mean, it's
Well, very quick.
I would think so. Oh, Kevin, what did Kevin say? No, Kevin, it's not you. I'm still kind of like just. I mean, I'm just thinking about that with Robert. No, you're good, man. Thank you, because you reminded me about it. I forgot all about it because I said I was paying it forward. His kitchen closes at 10. Jerry is at home.
Jerry was supposed to stop by. I asked him if he was going to stop
He
by.
didn't stop by, did he?
No, and he wouldn't let me help him.
Here we go. We got
You
a
know
call. Got a call. That's the way Jerry is. Sorry about that. This is Kyle with the KC Show. Who do we have? All right. Good job. That's nice. She's our first winner of the $20 plate from Shady's. It was wonderful. It's just a way to.
They couldn't answer the first question.
That's all right. So, guys, I tell you what, 8:15 is the time limit. Call in.
If
5 and
nobody
10.
calls in, no.
Hung up again. What's going on? Come on. Let's do it. 864-441-8815. Call in. Let's make this happen. Oh, God, man. Here we go. Let's try it again. This is Kyle with the KC Show. Who do we have?
My name is D.
It's who? I'm sorry. Let me, the beep hit you. Go ahead, say it again.
My name is Dee.
Oh, hey, Dee.
Hello,
How are you
Dee.
doing?
I'm great.
Good. Let me put this caller on hold. Hold on just a second. All right. Let's swap that. Boom. Oh, can't do that. Whoop. Oh, wow. Now it's hitting.
Yeah, they
Now
coming
they're-
in
Now
now.
they're hitting. So we got two callers, guys. So hold your phone calls. So we got our two contestants. So we're gonna do a 5 and 10. Mike says he has it ready. So Mike, whenever you're ready, go ahead and let her know you got your timer ready.
I was about to ask you to let me know when you had your timer ready. But
Okay.
give me
Let me get it ready.
All right.
And hold on just a second for us. Let's get it. Bop, 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 bop. People are calling. I can't get to it, so you're gonna have to.
Okay.
Every time it beeps, I hate that. That's the only thing with Apple. When somebody calls, it locks completely for you to do anything.
All right.
So Mike's got it ready. So we're going to ask you a 5 and 10, and Mike's about to ask you now. So go right ahead. I'm going to put Mike on the camera. Go ahead. Mike?
All right. Are you ready, D?
I'm ready.
All right. Give me 5 radio stations. Go.
WROQ, WBCU, 95.1, 95.7, and 101.1.
That'll work.
All right.
I'll take
Good
that.
job.
So D, let me.
I did some letters and some numbers.
Yeah, I was looking for numbers, so you killed it with the letters. So, but man, that was a tough one, and
that was
she
tough.
battled
She got it.
through.
So D,
Good job, D.
good job, D. Let me write your number down here. All right, we got it here. And what I'll do, I'll pay it forward up there at Shady's. Like I say, tonight's the last night, so when you go up there, just have your ID with you. I'm going to get your full information real quick. Mike, go ahead and talk for a second.
All right. Are you answering the other call, or are you talking to her? Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. I wish I could have kept playing the game. But what are we going to do if these people don't come and get the food? Because I see somebody winning and not showing up. So
Spell that for me.
maybe if you believe you're not going to be able to show up to get the prize, maybe don't call. To give somebody an opportunity to win and obtain the gift. But Kyle, you really need to get a phone system. The beep is killing me. Yes. Yeah, I can hear it. It's going to be stained in my brain when I go home.
It's ringing right now. I don't see how you can hear the beep. Did you hear the conversation?
I was talking.
It must have just been coming over somehow the microphone. But all right. Let's see if we can get somebody. Let's get one more call in, one more giveaway for the night. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. This is Kyle with the KC Show. Who do we have?
Say it. I'm sorry. It was a little muffled.
Yeah, say it again.
Nancy Coker.
Nancy Coker.
Nancy Coker. How
Hello,
you doing,
hello.
Nancy? How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. So guys, we got our contest. Y'all go ahead and hold off on the call so that way we can do this. So Nancy, we're going to ask you to give me 5 things that you would find on the Shady's menu. Go.
Wings, cheeseburgers, salad, chips, and sodas.
There you
Yep.
go.
1
So there-
second to spare.
All right. So Nancy,
Wow.
congratulations. You've won a $20 gift certificate at Shady's. Like I say, the night is the last night, so make sure you get up there. As soon as I'm off the show, I'll be up there, so hopefully I'll beat y'all to it.
All right. The contest is over, guys.
Hey, Kyle,
Can you
Yes,
hang
ma'am.
on the
can
phone?
I donate mine to either a police officer, EMS, or nurse that would like to have it?
Yeah, sure. That'll be fine. It's going to be tough to find them before they close the night.
Just how about type in the thread the first emergency personnel to send you something, private message,
Yeah,
and then send us their name.
yeah, I'm all for that. I just hope they can
Okay.
get it before,
Hopefully they're
before
on
they close
duty.
tonight.
Yeah, hopefully
Well,
they're-
it's not. I will meet you up there, and then maybe I can wait, and maybe I can sit there and wait on one of them to show up.
That's fine. That's
What
why
about-
it's pay it forward. You can maybe get them next
Get-
time around.
hit up old Lee.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's
Hey,
working
that-
tonight.
That I can do if I can't get them tonight.
Yeah.
I'll get forward.
Okay. Well, like I say, if I'm not there, just go up there with your ID, let them know who you are, because I'll have your information sitting up there to get your $20 gift certificate with them. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay,
All right.
thank you so much.
All right. Bye bye. That was a good one. That was
Yeah.
like off the handle. I was like, yeah, that's a good one. So
Yeah,
we need to
man,
do that more often.
our players, they wanted some shadies tonight.
Yeah, they
man,
did.
they wasn't playing no games.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. But thank y'all again for watching. Make sure you continue protecting the back of your fellow citizen, because if you think about it, we're literally all in this together. Literally all in this together. If you don't protect me and I don't protect you, they're going to walk right over us, and whoever they are is whoever they're going to want to be. Whoever, whether it be government, other people, we got to be able to stick together and help each other. And anytime there's going to be a show one day where you hate me, there's probably going to be a lot of shows where you hate me, but then there's going to be one show where you love what I'm doing and doing for you. And that you got to understand. One day I may do a story about somebody to where I'm protecting somebody in a situation that if it was you, I'd still be doing the same. I'm here to protect you, and that's it, to make sure that you're not being mistreated, lied to, and walked on. So
Look, you can guarantee if your rights are being infringed, any of your civil duties, responsibilities, or God-given attributes, this show will have your back and will stand our ground to fight for you. Now, of course, people going to get mad. There's going to be haters. It seems like with everything we do, there's one side for it, there's one side against it,
Yeah,
which
but-
is notable because everybody has their own opinion.
yeah, but it's crazy that people are out here, talking about, we're out here trying to do this for town, and people are finding negative things to say about
Yeah.
that. That is not okay. That makes you look bad, but that's not okay for you to feel like that, think like that about anybody who's out here trying to do
Well,
something.
I look at it like this. Time tells people's true colors, and that's what you need to wait on to see a person's true colors. to know how to handle that person or have that person in
I
your
believe
life.
it was on the Joe Exotic documentary, which we will talk about one day. It was crazy documentary. But
Tiger
one
King.
of the things that that was said on there was really like a good saying. Judge me by the enemies that I make. That's a good
I
little
like
saying.
that. I
there.
like that.
Yeah. So you look at the enemies that I have, and you can judge me by that. So guys, y'all take care. I enjoyed the show. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all being patient with the issues. We're sorry about that, but that just happens. And thank you, Jerry, for helping. Bless his heart. And I felt so bad I had
Yeah,
to leave
so
him.
sorry we had to leave. Yeah, I didn't want to. He made me.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let me touch nothing.
Yeah, I don't blame him there. So, guys, y'all make sure y'all take it easy. We'll see y'all back tomorrow with Andy's. Once again, we'll be paying it forward. We love y'all. Y'all